see, it's rated a 15. So, as I've said in my previous videos, where I talk through some movies or books that I have seen or read, I always am very cautious about giving away plot lines. So I don't want to ruin this film for anybody, but I'll read a little bit of the back. In this contemporary action thriller, the famous symbologist Robert Langdon, Tom Hanks, wakes up in an Italian hospital with amnesia and finds himself at the target of a manhunt. Langdon teams up with Sienna Brooks, Felicity Jones, a doctor he hopes will help him recover his memories. Together they race across Europe and against the clock to stop a virus that would wipe out half of the world's population. So yeah, it's a very exciting film, and there are things in it that I don't want to give away. A lot of twists and turns, and I would recommend this. I think I probably would give it a 4 stars myself, maybe a 3 or 4. I wouldn't say it's 5 stars, but I would say that the acting by Tom Hanks and Felicity Jones is very good. They are very good actors. Okay, that was the first one, Inferno. Moving on to the next film, we have Sully. This is coincidental that this one also stars Tom Hanks. That wasn't deliberate. Although I do think Tom Hanks is one of the greatest actors of all time. But yeah, this film I would say is up there in one of my favourite films. It says The Telegraph has given it 5 stars, which I think I do agree with. But yeah, it's based on a true story about the plane that landed in the Hudson. And it's a film by Clint Eastwood, Sully, Miracle on the Hudson. The Metro says it's nail-biting, and it's been given a 12. I do have a bit of a fear of flying, so it's a bit strange how much I love this movie. I do still go to other countries and I do still fly, but I get very nervous about it. But yeah, I love this film. It's, I think, very well acted by all the people in there, and it's emotional, it's exciting, it's an incredible story about what actually happened, and you feel very sorry for the people involved. You also see the aftermath of what happens when obviously things go wrong in terms of the airline industry. So yeah, it was definitely worth the watch in my view. I'll read a bit of the back. On January 15th, 2009, the world witnessed the Miracle on the Hudson, where Captain Sully Sullenberg, Tom Hanks, and his co-pilot Aaron Eckhart glided their disabled plane onto the icy waters of the Hudson River, saving the lives of all 155 on board. However, even as Sully was being heralded by the public and the media for his unprecedented feat of aviation skill, an investigation was unfolding that threatened to destroy his reputation and his career. Yeah, so during the film you do feel very sorry for Sully at some point. But yeah, I think the way it was done in terms of when you see the plane actually go towards the water and land on it, it's like really well created. And I do find effects like that in films like really impressive. Okay, so yeah, one of my favourite films, that's Sully, and that's the second one in my collection. So we have Deadpool, and this is rated 15. So there's not much on the cover, just the eyes. And so I'll read the back. Hold on to your chimichangas, folks. From the studio that brought you all 3 Taken films comes Deadpool, the blockbuster, fourth-wall breaking masterpiece about Marvel Comics' sexiest anti-hero, me. Go deep inside, I love that. My origin story, typical stuff, rogue experiment, accelerated healing powers, horrible disfigurement, red spandex, imminent revenge. Directed by overpaid tool Tim Miller and starring God's perfect idiot Ryan Reynolds, Ed Skrein, Morena Baccarin, TJ Miller and Gina Carano. honest. It's not my favourite superhero film. I don't find the humour that funny. And yeah, it's just not something that I particularly liked, but I can understand why people do like it. And I think Ryan Reynolds is funny in a lot of films. I know loads of people are big fans of it, and that's fair enough. Suicide Squad. Now, I did really like this one. So this has Will Smith, Jared Leto, Margot Robbie, Joel Kinnaman and Viola Davis, so really amazing cast. Okay, and as it says here, blast open the secrets behind the worst heroes ever. I did like the plot, it was very exciting, and yeah, I liked the costumes, so yeah, for me, Suicide Squad was pretty decent. I think this is the first one. I don't think I was the biggest fan of the second one, to be fair, but yeah, I enjoyed this first one. Okay, so we have Allied, which is starring Brad Pitt and Marion Cotillard. Again, apologies if I pronounced her name wrong. I loved this film. I saw it at the cinema, and I found it really emotional. And it's one of those films that you question in your mind, like, what would you do if you found this out? So I'll read a bit of the back, so I don't have the responsibility of potentially giving the plot away. So from the director of Forrest Gump and Castaway comes a gripping Class D historical thriller. When intelligence officer Max Payton, Brad Pitt, learns his wife may be secretly working with the enemy, he has only 72 hours to prove her innocence and save his family before he must do the unthinkable. Brad Pitt and Marion Cotillard are sensational in this exciting race against time. And yeah, it was just really exciting, and it was, like I said, quite emotional. The ending particularly, I think I cried. I do cry in films a lot though. But yeah, it's a 15 with strong language, violence, sex and drug misuse. So yeah, Brad Pitt is really good in it. So on to the final Blu-ray now, and this one is called Mother, and it's starring Jennifer Lawrence, and it is rated an 18 certificate, which means it's got a lot of adult content, so we'll have a look at why. Oh yeah, strong violence. I'm going to be honest, I did not like this film at all. I do really like Jennifer Lawrence. I think she's an incredible actress, and I find her very funny when I see her on chat shows, but yeah, this film is not my cup of tea. I don't know whose cup of tea it would be. It was, I mean, if you look at these quotes, you won't be able to stop watching. Okay, fair enough, it does keep you kind of paying attention. Empire says gorgeous, distressing and utterly confounding. I think that's the word. It's like distressing and just, I mean, confusing's more the word. But once you get to the end, you kind of realise what it all was about. But I'm just like, I was so confused through it, and honestly there were some scenes that were just awful to watch. So I'm not really selling this film. If you like that kind of, I don't know, slightly different cinema, I mean, I think my brother really enjoyed it actually, but he studied film as part of a degree, whereas I mean I didn't, so maybe he can read into it a bit more than me. But yeah, it's, I think Jennifer Lawrence is great in it. So it says here, it was one of the quotes from the Evening Standard, Jennifer Lawrence is spellbinding. But for me, it was just too weird and a bit too violent, I'm going to be honest. But if anyone wants to watch something a little bit different, then this could be a potential choice. So, as we can see here, we've gone through all of the Blu-rays in this selection. And as I did say, Sully